Don't you have a word to show
Good
what
morning.
may be done?
Monday morning, and we're leaving Boston on this thick carpet of green. But before we left this morning, we went up the 209 steps to the top of Boston Stump, St. Botolph's, which you can see directly behind me, and it was amazing. So come along and I'll take you up there. Ooh. Well, there's one stage, I think. Wow. Oh, the river's full up. And on this side, we can see our boats. Right, just there. You probably can't see it from here, but we can. So all the boats going out for their weekly quota of cockles and shrimps. Graffiti here. It says F. Wilson, born 1601. I mean, there's a lot around 1800 and 1900, and of course now 1944 over there. Well, that's the oldest one we've seen. Wow, 1601. We've arrived back to find CRT or somebody pushing all the duckweed down. They're going to push it down to the sluice, and then once it hits the salt water down at the river, that should kill it off. They're using a pontoon as a shovel. So that means when we go shortly, we should have I say we should have a clearer passage to go through, but I can see it's all closed up behind them. Thing is, 30 seconds later it looks exactly the same. I mean, I suppose they're going to do that a few times to make any difference here. So David is still with us. He's coming along to Lincoln. He's not sure what he's doing yet, I don't think, after that, but we're going to Lincoln together, and we're leaving Mike behind. He moves at his own pace and has nowhere particular to be, as we don't. So our plans at the moment, our plan A, which may change, is to go along to the River Trent and then turn right and go up to the Chesterfield Canal. As long as, by the time we get to Torksey, which is the lock that lets us out onto the River Trent, as long as the Chesterfield is still open by then, that's what we'll do. And we aim to go and spend maybe a month there, where we can access the Peak District. It's not an area I know, but I feel like I need to get back to the hills and the mountains and the lakes and waterfalls now. David was going to be able to, well, we thought we'd be able to go in our Slipstream, but it's closing up before you can even get to it. It makes it sludgy to drive through. You can feel the resistance on the front of the boat. This morning, as Henry was looking out the window, he saw a little fish flip-flop out onto the weed, and it couldn't get back under to the water. So we had to spend at least 10 minutes trying to chuck stuff in and make a hole for the fish to get back down, which we did manage to do eventually. The fish was still alive. So I don't know, frog rescue, fish rescue, we do it all. And yesterday, David's dog Zig thought that the duckweed was obviously grass and jumped into it. It hates going in water. He had to haul him out, poor thing, clean the duckweed off him. Zig wasn't impressed. There's a cormorant here with a huge fish or an eel, and the eel is fighting back. Oh, he's got it, he's lifted it, and the eel is still fighting back, and there's a seagull overhead trying to get the eel. He's gone up ahead to try to subdue it, but the eel goes under, the cormorant goes under with it, and then he pops back up again any moment now, and that eel will still be fighting him. I think the cormorant has either won and swallowed it, or the eel has got away. That was a good battle. Very strange, the fens. Of course, it's a sort of man-made landscape. They have a great affinity here with the Dutch. It's the same landscape as the Dutch, really. The River Witham, which we're on at the moment, was made navigable by the Romans. And the land has been drained for miles around, and it's great farmland now. Huge amount of agriculture goes on here, strawberries, all sorts of fruit and veg, and the population of Boston and Wisbeach is about 25% Europeans, mainly Eastern Europeans, who come to work the land. I don't think they're paid very well. And that's sort of reflected in the commerce in the towns, which you can see there's not enough money flowing in. Boston is really nice. Wisbeach is suffering. But the fens themselves, strange landscape. We just stopped for some diesel, and that is why it's been so heavy steering this morning. That's just from the rudder, we haven't even got to the propeller yet. We finally stopped about 4 o'clock to moor up for the night. I was struggling to keep up with David. And this is why. All of that was caught in the front of the boat. I mean, the actual canal's not so bad up here, but I think that branch got caught, and then it was just collecting weed as it went along, making us burn more diesel. Never mind. We're here now and probably hit Lincoln tomorrow. It's very straight here, so it's not the most interesting of courses to cruise up. Next day now, and we continue up the river with them, going past some nice sculpture. And ahead of us you can see Lincoln on the hill, or Lincoln Castle on the hill. Got about 9 kilometres to go. It's very pleasant along here, very flat either side, but the river is nice, it's clear, lots of fish in it, a lot of weed as well. We've had to clear the weed patch out a few times, but very pleasant. We're just going past Noah's Ark. Another naughty lass, a different one. It's a better view of Lincoln Cathedral over there, looking like the Emerald City. There we are, we've just arrived at the lock coming into Lincoln. And after we've gone through that, we'll go through the glory hole, which is a funny little tunnel to get into Lincoln. Then we should be in the big basin and we can find somewhere to moor up. We're going to spend a few days here before we head off down to the River Trent. The firemen have all just turned up at the lock. I think they're doing some sort of exercise, I'm not sure what. They've all got life jackets on. the supervisor made them tighten up the bit under their trousers, so they're all walking strangely now. It's funny. They've got some bags they look like they're going to throw in, maybe practicing getting weights out of the water or something, I don't know. Nice coming in here. I don't know about mooring right outside the pub though, eh? Yeah. That's nice coming in here. All the old mixed up with the new. Buzzing because it's school holidays. And we're just about to go through the glory hole. Look at the architecture in this tunnel. Amazing. Here we come into Lincoln Basin. Now we're going to find somewhere to moor up, hopefully. You could moor all down there behind us, but there's a lot of pubs, which means you don't get to go to bed until after 11. It's far too late for us. Well, we've had a couple of lovely days in Lincoln. It's such a lovely town to visit, and we are now making our way to Torksey Lock via Saxelby for a night. Those of you who watch Cruising the Cut may recognise this place. He had it featured on one of his videos not too long ago. I think he had his boat here for the winter, so he left here, and you may recognise the canal that he came down. So I'm going to end this one here. We are going to take a quick look at the cafe at Torksey, because the last few years we've been, it was closed down and somebody new has taken it over. So I'm hoping it's going to be nice, and we'll go and give them some trade and some support anyway. So next time you see us, we will probably be on the River Trent, where we have to do a very jiggy entrance into West Stockwith Lock, which we haven't done before. You have to arrive at it backwards and then power yourself in, so that should be fun or something. So have a good week, everyone. See you on the next video. Bye for now.
Won't you come and say if you know the way?